Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening. We've got a bit of a road trip video for you today. There is Pulp Fiction. It's wrapped up, it's strapped up, and it's ready to go. It's ready to go to Alan's. Now, I'm going to drive to Alan's today. The weather is atrocious. I mean, it's raining horrific. It's just raining. It's not raining horrifically, which always makes it really, really interesting to get the pinball machine from the cave to the van, which means I'm going to get wet. The pinball machine isn't going to get wet because, well, it's covered in plastic and I've got a cover to go over the top. I definitely am, though. I've just been waiting for the last hour for the rain to stop. Just relent, just to allow me 10 minutes to get this from here into the van. It's not going to play ball. It's monsoon. It's rain of biblical proportions at the moment. So we're actually going to drive to London today, which is where Alan lives. Look, Alan's not been having a good time of late. Alan has got a very, very rare form of sarcoma. He's basically got terminal cancer. And to try and get him the game so he can enjoy this game, this is obviously the Pulp Fiction CGC version. It's the only one in the country. So Neil and Phil have got together to make sure Alan gets to play this game. So it's been here for filming. It's going over to Alan's. I've decided to take it over there now. Always good to go over to Alan's. You always get really, really well fed. So I'm thinking of my tummy here. I'm going to go over there. We're going to get fed. I suspect this is what's going to happen, and hopefully you can share in the journey. We're going to drop off Pulp Fiction. We'll get it set up. He'll enjoy it. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the clan around there, possibly Alfie's brothers around there. There'll be a few of the boys, some of whom you'll have recognised from videos before. But at some point, we'll have a little look at Alan's collection. But he's gonna try and convince me that I like the Twilight Zone, which I'm not a great fan of the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone's a little bit all over the place in terms of a theme for me. I've never fully enjoyed it, truth be known. I can't really think of a Pat Lawler game that I have really truly enjoyed, but he's determined. Alan is determined to make me enjoy this game. So, but I'm open to it. I'm open to being convinced. The truth of the matter is, between us two, I'm really looking forward to playing Whitewater. So we'll pretend that we like. That we like Twilight Zone, but realistically, my cunning plan is to get over there and play some Whitewater because it's just one of my favourite games. I think Whitewater is one of the most addictive games, the complete most addictive games that you can get. So there you go. Yeah, looking forward to it. Now, get fed, play Whitewater, drive on a windy, wet motorway. What's not to like? Anyway, let's get onto this journey. I'm not going to film me getting the. It's going to be hard enough to get the pinball machine into the back of the vehicle without me trying to film it as well. So the next time you see me, I'll probably be very wet and inside the van, but hopefully with this very rare and valuable pinball machine safely inside. So I'm just about to head off. It's a stinky, horrible old day. For those of you that know, in the UK, I'm about to go around the M25. They've got lots of roadworks there at the moment. For those of you that don't know, if you're in the States, it's basically like it's a big motorway, big freeway that goes all around the outside of London. It's very, very, very busy. It's not a nice place to drive. So and it's nasty weather for doing it. But last time I went on the M25, I got into a really nasty traffic jam, but what got me through, and I've got to say this here, just so you can see, we got Don's Pinball Podcast, and we got the Pinball Party, which is Jason. So I'm hoping there's enough episodes. I was sort of up to date last week. I'm hoping there's enough episodes to get me through the 2-hour journey, and then I'll be right up to date on all of my pinball. Got to stop and get some fuel first. However, there won't be any donuts today. I've got a bottle of water because I'm trying to be good. I've got my bottle of water, which will go there. I say I'm trying to be good. I've got a few Jelly Babies left. These are the good ones, by the way. The Haribo Jelly Baby is a very, very good one. It's normally when people say this, oh, other Jelly Babies are available. Don't worry. All the other ones are horrible. This is the good stuff. The green ones are not even lime. The green ones are apple. It's fine. It's a good Jelly Baby. Right. Let's fuel up. That means fuel up. It's like LEG. We're going to fuel up, and then we're going to get on the road. As if by magic, there it is in place in its new home. Look at that. can have fun playing with that tomorrow. I think there's a few people around to play it. Hello, mate.
Hello.
How are you?
Well, even better now I've seen this.
Not bad, eh?
Looking forward for a game.
Not had a game yet, have you?
No. Game of doubles?
We can have a game. We will have a game of doubles in a minute.
Okay.
I'm eyeing up some other stuff. To be fair, I'm fed up with Pulp Fiction. I'm only joking. I'm going to miss that game.
I bet you will.
You've been a busy boy, haven't you? Since we were last here.
Yep. Speaker lights probably since you last came on all the machines now. What else? Twilight Zone is fully refurbished.
We'll do a separate video on Twilight Zone. We've decided.
And the TAF is totally stripped down, but the playfield is all back together. But I'm waiting for the weather to change. You can see we've got cloudy days.
Oh, sorry. Let me show you. For you over in the States, this is a really grey English weather today for you.
And I don't have a spray booth, so it needs to be sprayed outside. So hopefully I can get that sprayed in a couple of weeks and then get the decals on. But yeah, that's where we are, really.
This is the game that Alan kindly lent me. So we've had this Monsters, Ellie, at the house. I haven't actually, do you know what? I haven't played, obviously I played Elvira, I had an Elvira, which you can see on the channel if you want to have a look at that, but I've not played Elvira for a long, long time. I wonder if the magic is still there.
Oh, you don't lose it.
You do.
And maybe you do.
Attack from Mars, CGC.
Another one.
Yeah, I mean, might be my favourite game, not sure. I guess you'd have to wait and see on the top 50, wouldn't you? What was this? Second game I ever owned. Star Trek Next Generation. Love this game. Special game.
And you pick them up really reasonable.
Yeah.
There's a lot of game for the money.
Needs a lot of maintenance though, doesn't it?
Well, I've been lucky with mine. It's been very, very reliable.
Yeah, I love that game. It was the first game I ever reached wizard mode on. There you go. Another game that I was lucky enough to have, not this version, I just had the Pro, which doesn't have the upper playfield, but the toy box, I mean, come on, it's got to be one of the best
it just
mechanisms in pinball.
Satisfying when it throws a ball in the box.
It's outstanding, an outstanding game. I mean, Stern would not put anything like that toy box on a Pro. If you haven't seen it before, again, I've had an Aerosmith on the channel and you don't know, the balls jump in the air into that toy box, lifts up, the lid lifts up and it jumps on there. Go and have a look, it's on the channel, go and have a look. We featured this because you restored it, didn't you, mate?
Yep, that's been done, I don't know, is it a couple of years now? 18 months, something like that. Yeah, but I didn't do a playfield swap. It's got the original playfield, I just tidied it up, but now I've done the Twilight Zone and the tap, I really want to get all the metal work off of the playfield and make it look even better. So I might revisit that. Yeah, I mean, one day.
It's one of my.
It's worthy of it.
There's not many games that I want to press the start button again on more than Whitewater. Funny enough, one of them's behind us in Pulp Fiction. Very addictive, very addictive. You must have another game.
The long ramp, as it comes down this long ramp, it's very satisfying.
Does yours hit the top of the glass?
Oh, they all do.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah, hits the glass.
Not that that's a problem. And of course, I mean, you've been so kind to me, Alan. You really have. He's got the World Cup on top. He's actually got the trophy.
I've done that since you borrowed it.
World Cup soccer.
Made up some sort of.
You have made a topper, haven't you? Yeah.
The ball is from '94. Bought a replica World Cup. I mean, and just put a few lights on it.
Yeah. I mean, this is in the top 10 on my list at the moment.
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
And then it's just
especially if you're a football fan.
I
don't know many.
There you go. Just have a look at his nice neon sign there. If you want to go and look what Alan's collection was, whatever, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago, go and have a look at the GameRoom tours on this channel. And right here, this is the Addams Family, isn't it? Yep.
That's all I've got to do to it, is literally spray the cabinet, let the paint go off, and then put the decals on.
So smooth, really is.
It's ready for another coat of primer. I did the first coat of primer last week, and then it just shows up all the errors, and so it's been refilled, ready for another coat. No doubt I would have missed a few more spots, but you know, it's nearly there.
And you've got Pulp Fiction now.
Yes.
You excited about that?
I'm really looking forward to this.
Say what again?
Oh, I'm glad the adult mode's off. It was an accident.
There we go. I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, thanks to Neil and Phil for organising this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't thank them enough. You know, especially the situation I'm in. Anything that cheers me up is a good thing. So, yeah.
It's going to be good, mate. It's going to be good.
Brilliant.
Right, before I end this road trip video, because we're going to play some pinball, aren't we?
I hope so.
We're definitely going to play some pinball. Let's go and look at the other games that you've got inside the house.
We've got 3 in the house as well.
And then we're going to then we'll have to do a separate video on your wonderfully restored Twilight Zone. Yeah.
Super.
Let's go. Alan, what's going on here? I thought you were not meant to have a Cactus Canyon.
Sorry. Well, I did sell my spot, and someone contacted...
On your waiting list, your spot on the waiting list.
Yeah, I sold out. I just got fed up with waiting, and you know, obviously health issues and stuff. It's quite commonly known on the forum. A kind member on the forum contacted me and said, "Look, I've got one in the box. I've had plenty of new in boxes. I could solve your problem." And he was kind enough to sell me his.
Brilliant.
He literally didn't play it at all. Didn't put one game on it. And so I went over and collected it, and so there we have one.
You enjoying it?
Love it. Really love it. I'm not sure the long wait was worth it, but well, maybe it was in a way. But all those that are waiting for one, they're going to love it. It really, yeah. It's got a simple code on it, but like everybody, they're waiting for the new code as and when it comes out. But literally, non-pinball players or people that it's addictive. It's addicted to it for everyone. I love it.
You got 3 CGCs here now, then.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I had more.
We'll do a separate video on this. I just want to, because you've done so much work on this Twilight Zone.
Yeah, that's nut and bolt.
It's immaculate. It really is.
Yeah, everything's been done. You know, the back. You know, it just doesn't look like an original machine now. There's so many mods on it. All the woodwork, the graining has all been filled and rubbed out, so it's got a smooth finish around the front edge.
New playfields.
Yeah, new playfield. Just new plastics.
An organ that plays itself. Steady.
Yeah, plays a tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
really nice. But it's absolutely perfect. Let me just show you this. Even on the coin door. As I say, we'll do a separate video on this. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. Chrome plated it. Well, what happens is you pick up bits, you go, no, that can't go on. I'm going to have to get that done. And it's just, you're then on that roller coaster of just chucking money at a machine. But you know, I've had it, I don't know, 15 years, I think they're about 16 years. So it's not going anywhere. It's my first machine, and we're going to keep it.
This looks rather sexy.
Yeah, the trouble is I don't want to play it now. I don't want to touch it.
Well, because it's gold plated, isn't it?
Well, yeah, the girlfriend was a little bit jealous, wondering where her gold ring was.
I got melted down.
I said it's on the machine. Yeah, it's well, that's Ant's fault. So it all started with the twanger, as you call it.
The twanger. So these twangers, I can hook you up. We can get you one of those. Do you want those? Ant sells them.
Yeah,
we can hook you up.
But be warned, if you buy one of those, you end up doing this. So it cost a fortune. But it was worth it. You know, it's really blinged it up. I love it. I love the look of it.
Yeah. Yes, we love...
And as you know, you've got one, haven't you?
I do now, mate, yeah.
Good machine, really.
Yeah.
Good machine.
It's actually got my son back into pinball.
Oh, that's good to hear. So Jake loves it.
Yeah, he does it. Well, he can play it. To be fair, he's a decent player. He's a decent enough player, but he gets put off very, very easily. So if he finds a game too brutal, he feels he's like it's unjust. He's a teenager. He gets annoyed with it. Whereas I think you need some reward, and I think he finds the ramps rewarding. Well, everybody does. They're lovely to hit the ramps on this and the shots, and so yeah, he enjoys this. It's I'm in tip-top condition, mate. Looks absolutely brilliant. Right. Anyway, thank you for joining us on this road trip. Wasn't much of a road trip, to be fair. Wasn't much on the road, was it? But I do like to share these videos with you, and I know you lot watching this, you all say to me, more games room tours and stuff like that. I know you like being, like we all do, like being nosy and looking at other people's pinball machines. So there you go. Now we've seen a few. I need to go and play Star Trek Next Generation, see if the magic's still there with Elvira, play Aerosmith, and I need to play Whitewater.